Okay, so this is going to be a 30 amp 240 volt outlet for our welder that actually has a 50 amp. Right now I got a 50 amp to a 110, but I want to run a 30 amp circuit. So bought the breaker, brought that, and we started running some wire. So on this wall this is just a regular lighting circuit. So this is going to be the 30 amp welding outlet. You can see I got the 12-2 run. It goes up, I'll show you the routing. And we put this one in because I'm also going to run a separate 20 amp 120, because when I use my saws, it goes on a general lighting circuit. If I'm running the saw in the shop vac, it trips the breakers. Well, it trips, sometimes it trips the breakers, sometimes it trips those, but anyways, we're going to put in a dedicated 20 amp circuit for the workshop. So you can see we ran here, and this wire we ran 2 years ago. It's for heating coils. It goes to an outlet, weatherproof GFI, and outside the house for the heating coils. And this one we ran for the AC when we put the AC in. So I had drilled holes. Let's have a look if we can get out of the light here. So I drilled big enough holes. That's AC, and the yellow one is the heating coil. So that's going to be my 30 amp welding outlet. I'm going to run a 12 gauge 20 amp circuit for the workshop. So yeah, so that was, I didn't have to like drill any holes. I enjoyed that a little bit of forethought before to drill some extra big holes, and we just went right along here, and we had done, let's see if you can see in there, 3-inch holes. We'll see it from the other side. Yeah, 2 3-inch holes. It has to go through a whatever the end joist, and it goes through brick, which we had to chisel out, and then 2 other joists in the new section of the house. So I made big enough openings to run communication and electric, so I didn't have to do any drilling there. That's the communication. That's a 3-inch for the electrics. You can see I'm just running right along the face of the board. So that worked out really good. And we're just running along with all these wires. We're gonna drill a hole, poke through, and come down into our panel. So I didn't have to do really any drilling. Well, one hole I had to drill in the workshop to get it over to the wall. So the next thing to do is to run the 12-2 wire for the workshop outlet, and then we'll connect them. Alright, we got 240 30 amp outlet wired in, and we got 120 20 amp circuit wired in. We just gotta go do the panel work now. Okay, those are set, waiting for breakers to put in the panel box. I got the wrong breakers, so they're closed on Saturday and Sunday. So Monday's busy, maybe Tuesday. So I'm going to take those breaker back, get the brown handled breakers, and then I got to get something that goes from that to the wall outlet. I need to make an extension cord. I might use some of that 10-2 to give it a trial. So yeah, that's going to be Tuesday or Thursday, so that's just going to sit for a while. Okay, that one is our 20 amp workshop. That's our 30 amp welding outlet in the workshop. We're gonna close up the cover here, and let's go test the outlets first, then we'll close it up. You can see the little green lights on. Let's plug in our tester. Interesting, just tripped. Alright, so these 2 lights mean it's wired properly. Let's trip it. Trips. Let's see if it resets. Very good. because sometimes it's good to see what the meter reads. Let's see what we're going to get here. And we got 120. Alright, let's test out my other one. And we got 246. And let's just see that we get one side to ground. There we go, 120. The other line to ground. So that looks like it's wired right. I think I'm going to turn the breakers off, put these covers on all the way, and then we'll close up the panel. Alright, this one's closed up, ready to go. This one I do not have the right faceplate for, so I do have to get that. So I put that on that wall because it's a permanent wall. I'm thinking of getting an extension cord and dropping it down for my saw. So I probably need a 25-foot extension cord. I was going to put an outlet up there, but I don't know. I'm getting shorter and older and it's hard to reach up and do those things, so I still might, but I think for now I'm just going to get an extension cord and see how it all works. Like, things may move around here, right? So then I'll be having to move outlet. So I'm going to just use that extension cord for now. There you go, covers on, and workshop 20 amp and a 30 amp welding workshop outlet. Now I still have to update the drawings, electrical drawings, to show that, and the panel schedule and the circuit loading. So we ran that up and over and plugged in there. That's only 14 gauge. I think I need like, and for my welder it has a 50 amp plug, so I bought a 50 amp receptacle, and the other end is going to be the 30 amp plug, and I think I'm going to use that extra 10-2 to make up an extension cord to plug my welder into that outlet, and we'll see how it runs. So we have that to work on too. Okay, here is the original basement electrical layout, and over here is the workshop, and we have indicated a new C4 outlet and a welding C6 C8. So we added the panel C, circuit 4, 20 amp workshop outlet, and circuit 6 and 8, a double pole breaker 30 amp welding workshop outlet. And here's a circuit loading, so we put circuit 4, 20 amps, workshop outlet, dedicated load because it's only going to be used for equipment in the workshop, and we added 6 and 8, double pole, 30 amp, welding outlet workshop, again dedicated. So we've updated our panel schedule, our circuit loading, and our electrical layout.